This morning, a growing bribery scandal in the U.S. Navy involves two top commanders and an NCIS agent. But more are likely to be implicated. Prosecutors allege Navy ships were sent to certain ports in Asia in exchange for theater tickets, expensive trips, and even prostitutes. David Martin is at the Pentagon. David, good morning.
Good morning. The alleged ringleader of this bribery scheme is Leonard Glenn Francis, chairman and president of the Glenn Marine Group, based in Singapore. His companies have been providing dockside services to U.S. Navy ships for over 25 years.
Commander Michael Misevich was one of the officers who allegedly accepted the bribes, according to federal prosecutors. A former commander of the USS Muston, Misevich eventually oversaw schedules and operations for much of the Pacific Fleet. This is Misevich speaking at his hometown high school earlier this year.
What a privilege and an honor it is to be here in the United States military uniform, representing so many in the past and the present who have given their best to preserve the freedoms that we enjoy today.
But according to court papers, Misevich disclosed sensitive information about Navy ship movements and helped direct 4 ships, the Abraham Lincoln, the George Washington, the John Stennis, and the Blue Ridge, to Pacific ports serviced by Glenn Marine. In exchange, Misevich allegedly received all expense-paid trips for himself and his family, tickets to the Lion King and a Lady Gaga concert, and access to prostitutes. Jordan Tama specializes in national security issues at American University.
It's very rare to have a senior military commander in the Navy or in another service implicated in something like this.
Prosecutors say the ships were sent to so-called pearl ports where Glenn Marine could overcharge for its services. The carrier Stennis docked at one such port in Malaysia, costing the Navy $2.7 million, almost twice what similar port visits would normally cost. The scandal also implicated John Bertrand Beliveau, a top Navy investigator accused of tipping off Glenn Marine to several NCIS fraud investigations. Prosecutors allege he was also bribed with travel expenses, prostitutes, and money.
That's, of course, troubling, and it just underscores that even the people who do investigations in the Navy and elsewhere in the federal government need themselves to be monitored.
Earlier this month, Captain Daniel Dusek, the commanding officer of the Bonhomme Richard, was also caught up in the bribery investigation. He has not been charged with any wrongdoing, but the Navy relieved him of his duties.
Navy officials expect more officers to be implicated as the investigation continues. As for the 3 defendants already charged with conspiracy to commit bribery, they have all pled not guilty. Their lawyers did not respond to our requests for comment. Charlie, Nora?
What a story. Thank you, David.